Well, welcome to the Alpha Male 2.0 podcast. I'm Caleb Jones. This is Alpha Male 2.0, freedom-focused lifestyle designed for men, dating multiple attractive women all at the same time, location-independent income, the freest lifestyle available to the modern-day typical man. There is a line from the movie Creed. If you've seen that movie or not, it's one of the later Rocky movies when Rocky is very old and he's training Michael B. Jordan. And he's sitting in front of the mirror with Michael B. Jordan and he says something. Now, this is something I have discussed and talked about before this movie ever came out. This movie just stated something that I've talked about before. Matter of fact, I am well versed in this concept. And basically what happens is that Rocky points at Michael B. Jordan looking at himself in the mirror. Michael B. Jordan looking at himself. And he points at Michael B. Jordan's reflection. And he says something to the effect of, your greatest enemy in life, your greatest enemy you will ever meet, by far, is the guy in the mirror. It's that guy right there. It's you. This is 100% accurate. You think the enemy is outside of you. You think the enemy is wokeism, woke people, or feminists, or rich people, or Biden, or Trump, or people who want to force you to get a jab, or communists, or whatever, environmental problem, whatever. That's what you think. Or your mom, or your dad, or your ex-wife. That's your enemy, right? That's the problem. Or your ex-girlfriend, or the business partner who screwed you over 5 years ago, or the guy who robbed your house 10 years ago, or whatever. You think that's the enemy. You're wrong. The one person in your life who will cause the most amounts of problems for you throughout your life is you. The one person in your life who will limit you more than anyone else will limit you, assuming you're over the age of 18, you're a legal adult, is you. And so the greatest enemy that you will have to learn to overcome by far is you. And strangely enough, it is an enemy that you'll never be able to completely defeat. I'm kind of at the point in my life now where I have no enemies. I've defeated, quote unquote, all the enemies that I've had externally. I don't mean literal people who were my enemies. But all the external factors that were holding me back, I have pretty much taken care of. I'm not to say that my life is perfect, but it's very, very good. I live a fantasy life. And so what I have been forced to do in the last several years is, in order to improve, I have been forced to look inward at the greatest enemy that I've always had, the greatest enemy that I will have, the one enemy I have not yet defeated, and that is me. The guy who looks at me when I look in the mirror every morning. Sometimes I've had to work with him. Sometimes I've had to work against him. Sometimes I've had to go to war against him. Sometimes I've had to fight him. Sometimes I've had to cooperate with him. Sometimes I've had to just let him win. And this is a key component of success and happiness in life, is being at peace with yourself. So there are several levels to this. And I know I'm getting a little esoteric. I want to always throw out there that I am not a therapist. I am not a psychologist. I have no training in this area. So don't assume that this is real psychology. My dad was a psychologist. I've read some psychology books. I find it's an interesting topic. I'm just a guy who has overcome some problems in his life and has become pretty successful and pretty happy. So I come at that from that standpoint. So there are a few levels to this. So level one, which is in some ways the hardest level, and it's a level that most men never graduate from, is that you have to like yourself. You have to like yourself. Many of you, maybe even, I hate to say this, but it's probably true, most of you, more than 50% of you watching this video or listening to this podcast, don't like yourself. You think you suck. You think you're ugly. You think you're a loser. You think you're dumb. You think you have issues. You think whatever you think. I don't know what you think about yourself. All kinds of negative thoughts about yourself. And you don't like yourself. And this is what inhibits you from being happy and or successful. One of my mentors, Brian Tracy, his big affirmation, he would tell people this. He said, if you want to get started, if you want to be successful, There's only one affirmation you need. And he goes, it's the only affirmation you'll ever need, and it's the one that works the best. And he talked a lot about this, back 30 years ago. He said, here's the affirmation. I like myself. He goes, if all you do is just say that affirmation a bunch of times for many days, you'll start to like yourself and everything will start to get better. And literally, he used to do this on stage. He goes, you just walk around and you say, I like myself. 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 Now, I never had a problem with self-loathing. I certainly did not like myself when I was a younger guy. So I was able to get over that relatively quickly. I mean, relatively. But that's the first level, is that men who don't like themselves are unhappy. Men who don't like themselves remain virgins for a long period of time, and or they turn into incels. They don't get laid a lot. And if they do, it's temporary. Or they only have sex with hookers. These are men who don't like themselves. I can only have sex with hookers because why would a woman ever want to have sex with me? I'm ugly. I'm not attractive. I'm poor. I don't have a cool job. I don't drive a Ferrari. I'm short, or I'm fat, or I'm a different race that what I'm attracted to. All the excuses. So therefore I don't like, this is basically another way of saying I don't like myself. And so you have to get to the point where you like yourself. You don't have to love yourself. You don't think yourself is perfect. I don't think I'm perfect. Not bad, but I'm not perfect. I got a lot of flaws. But I like myself, and I've liked myself for a long, long time. And the reason I was able to overcome a lot of challenges in my life and improve upon the areas that were important to me were because I had that level 1 foundation that I generally liked myself. There's a subset of level 1 where I like myself or I don't like myself. Another one is, I deserve this. Do I deserve it? So here's an interesting exercise. T. Harv Eker, if you know who that is, business, make money guru from, again, several years ago. He would have this exercise. He would say, what you do is you sit down quietly, and I recommend you do this. Sit down quietly by yourself, just sit in a chair and relax for a minute, kind of clear your mind. Say to yourself, I deserve to be rich. And then immediately listen to what your brain says. And most of you, not all of you, but most of you, if you say that, your brain will immediately say, no, you don't. That's bad. So that's actually the next level. I said earlier it was a subset of level 1. I'm wrong. Let's call that level 2. Level 2 is you do like yourself. You do. You like yourself. But you don't deserve the big things in life. So when you say, I deserve to be rich, your brain goes, no, you don't. You don't work hard enough. Or no, you don't. You're too stupid. Or no, you don't. You didn't go to college. Or no, you don't. Your dad, no one in your family has ever made more than $32,000 a year. What makes you think you could do it? Fucking dumbass. Or no, you don't. You're too young. That's a big one. You're only 22. You don't deserve to be rich at 22. Or no, you don't. You have no marketable skills. Dumb shit. Or here's another one. No, you don't. You're too old. You're 72. You're 65. You don't deserve to be rich. You're too old. You blew it. Okay. So that's the next level, is to get to the point where you say, I deserve blank. And your brain goes, yeah, okay. It doesn't have to be fuck yeah. It doesn't have to be a fuck yeah answer. So if you say, I deserve to be wealthy, or I deserve to be location dependent, or here's one, I deserve to have sex with 9s and 10s without paying for it. Try that. Say that. Sit down one of these days quietly by yourself and just say, I deserve to have sex with 9s and 10s without paying for it. And see what your brain says. Now, if your brain says, yeah, you do, with some work, yeah, you do. You do deserve it. Yes. Great. If your brain goes, no, you don't. You're too ugly. You're too fat. You're too old. You're a loser. You're a virgin. Women don't like you. Okay, right? Your brain will come up with all these answers. And again, this is all you going against whom? Yourself. Your greatest enemy is yourself. So level 1 is, I like myself. Level 2 is, you agree that you deserve it, even if it's a little bit. So I'll give you my experience with this. Years ago, I did this exercise. I said, I deserve to be rich. And I think I mentioned this on a podcast a long time ago. And my brain said, that was the answer. It wasn't, no, you don't. It wasn't, fuck yeah, you do. It was, and I went, uh-oh, this isn't good. I don't like that answer. Now again, because I like myself, the answer wasn't, no, you don't. It wasn't a clear no. It was, So I said, okay, how do we improve this? How do we improve this? So when I say I deserve to be rich, my brain goes, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And again, an answer like is a lot better than no. So there's a progression of these things. And if you say I deserve to be rich or I deserve to have a smoking hot girlfriend or whatever it is, okay, you don't need to have your brain go, fuck yeah, you do, man. Absolutely. It doesn't have to be 100% yes. It just has to be on the positive. It could be, yeah, you do. That's good enough. You're there. Okay? So that's what I would consider level 2. You like yourself and you have agreed, you and yourself, it's almost like you have your two entities, right? You and yourself both agree you deserve that thing that you want, or things. At least a little it agrees with you. It doesn't have to be 100% agreement, but at least a little bit. It's on the, it's on the positive. And frankly, to be clear, even that answer of that's, when I said I was already making a strong 6-figure income. I was already making a lot of money. I was already doing pretty well because I liked myself. And when I said I deserve to be rich, the answer wasn't no. It was kind of like maybe. Maybe is a lot better than no. So if that's the answer you get, there's a lot of hope for you. You just have a little more to go to get that answer to say yes. Just a little bit more. It was not a big leap at all for me to get my brain to go from to yes. Now today, if I say, I haven't done this in a while, but if I say I deserve to be rich, my brain says, fuck yeah. Are you fucking kidding? Yes, you do. Fuck yeah, you do. So good. But you don't have to be, my point is you don't have to be that far into it. Okay. So then the next level is, I think is the last level. There might be a level 4 beyond this I haven't reached yet, but let's call this level 3. This is where I am, where you like yourself, you agree you deserve everything you want, all the things you want, all the big things I want. My brain says, yes, you deserve this. But level 3 is where you have a disagreement with yourself. Yourself says, no, I don't want to do that. For example, this is my example now, okay? This is not going to be you. This is me. You're going to be very, very different. So let me backtrack a little bit. I have said that men are naturally good at one of 3 areas. You have money, women, and fitness, okay? Most men are naturally good at one of those. Most men, not all men, but most men find one of those things a lot easier than the other 2. Okay. For you, it might be women. These are men who are naturals. Guys just start getting laid and, they do very well, but they're horrible with money and they never make a lot of money. Some guys are really good at fitness. Okay. There are guys who are just fucking ripped bodybuilder dudes. They look fucking great, but they're terrible with women and they have no money. Then you're going to have, generally speaking, one of those 3 areas, money, women, fitness, that are going to be your weakest area. Maybe money has been your weakest area. Okay, maybe you're good at getting laid and you're pretty fit. Money's been troublesome for you. Maybe it's fitness. Maybe you are good at getting laid. You make money and the weight's a problem. And maybe it's girls. Whatever. Okay. So what will end up happening at level 3 is this starts to manifest in a very real way where yourself fights you. So let me give you my example. When I tell myself I want to make blank, I have very specific financial objectives in terms of my I have residual income goals, I have net worth goals, I have income goals, I have after-tax goals, I have all kinds of goals, okay, as you might imagine. And whenever I say these goals, myself says, yes, absolutely, yes, we're going to go get that, let's get it. There's no conflict at all, okay? When I state woman goals, I really don't have those anymore, but over the past 16 years, as I improved my woman life, almost always when I said, I want this, back in 2007, long time ago when I made the conversion to Alpha Male 2.0, it was, I want 3 women who are hot on rotation. I'm dating 3 different girls. They all know I'm dating and having sex with other women, and they keep seeing me anyway without a lot of drama or complaining. I want that. And my brain said, yes, I want that. Let's go get it. That's why within 2 years, I had that. Within 2 years of me saying that, as a divorced, 10 years out of practice, beta male dad in 2007, by 2009, I was a guru level dating expert. And I had all that. Okay. And the reason for that, many reasons for that, I worked hard and I did all the right things and blah, blah, blah. And I learned how to do it. put a lot of time and focus on it and things like that. But the reason I was able to do those things is because I didn't have any inner conflict about this. I said, fuck yeah, let's go get it. And so I agreed with myself. I didn't have to go at war with myself. Now, when I say I want to weigh 185 pounds, which I have never weighed before in my entire life. My lowest weight was my high school weight was 195. Okay, and I looked pretty good, but I really should be, according to my fitness coaches, and I agree with them, that they've shown me the data, with my physical body type, with my height, my size, my age, all that stuff, I really need to be weighing optimally somewhere in the 180s, okay, in terms of pounds. Sorry for American pounds. I don't know what that is in kilos. You could convert that if you want. When I say that, I don't get conflict, okay? My brain says, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it's not a, yeah, hell yes. It's like, yeah, all right, yeah, oh, yeah. My brain goes, okay. And I say, okay, in order to get that, we need to do this, this, and this. My brain says, no, I don't want to do that. At least that's been my challenge the last few years. So it's not that it disagrees with the objective, because again, I've covered level 1 and level 2. So if I say I deserve to be very physically fit and look really good, my brain says, yes, you deserve it. Yes. Okay. Then I say, this is level 3. This is why it's level 3 and not level 1. Then I say, we need to do this, this, and this, self. And my self goes, I don't want to do that. No. And then I have a conversation with myself or an argument with myself or a battle with myself. Hey, self, you just said you want this, right? Yes. Yes, I want that. Yeah. So do we both want this? Yes, yeah. All right, well, then we have to do this. I don't want to do that. Now, to be specific, in my case, and again, you are different than me. You're going to have a very different scenario in terms of what you want in this level 3 conflict. My brain or myself will say, oh, I don't mind lifting weights. I like that. Let's go lift weights. Let's go. Let's go to the gym right now and lift weights. I love lifting weights. Great. And I do. Great. Let's do it. Got to do cardio. All right, let's do cardio. That's great. I like doing cardio. That's great. It's awesome. You know, we got to do stretching. We know we're old. We're over 50. We got to do stretching, and it's not very fun. And you got to do that. All right, I'll do stretching. Cool, I'll do stretching. Okay. And then we got to keep our calories low. Okay, we got to keep our calories. And then I start getting resistant. Well, wait a minute. Keep my calories low. That doesn't sound good. Well, what are we talking? Well, how about, 1850 calories? I don't know about that. I'll say, and we can't have Cinnabon. We can't have Cinnabon. We can't have we can't have mac and cheese every day. We can't have burritos every day. We really shouldn't have bread. We really can't have any pasta or chips. We can't have, and then I go, and then myself goes, no, I don't want to do that. No, fuck you, no. And then we have a conflict. So then I have to fight myself and try to reason with myself, argue with myself, bribe myself. Sometimes I have to bully myself. That's what willpower is, by the way. Willpower is you bullying yourself and putting a pistol to yourself's head and forcing you to do it, which is why willpower works temporarily, but it'll never work long-term, because you'll never be able to make that work long-term. You can't make someone do what they don't want to do long-term. You do it for a while, right? Monogamy works for a while. Communism works for a while. Every horrible system you can come up with works for a while, and then it doesn't work because you're forcing people to do what they don't want to do long-term, right? So that is level 3. Level 3 is where you have agreement on what you want. You have an agreement on the objectives. You have agreement on some of the tactical, but on the other tacticals, you don't. So one scenario for you may be, I know some of you are running into this, especially if you're relatively new to my material. You say, okay, self, I want to date multiple women all at the same time. And your self goes, yeah. And I want them all to be hot. And your self goes, yeah, we can do that. Let's do it. Great. And I want I want 3 women. I want 2 FBs and 2 MLTRs. I want 4 women. And your self goes, yeah. And your self says, okay, so what we do is we'll date them and we'll follow Caleb's models where we're going to date all of them and we're going to have sex with all of them, and they can hook up with other guys if they want, as long as the guy's using condoms. And your self goes, whoa, I don't want that. Nope. I don't want that. Nope. And then you have a conversation with yourself. Well, wait a minute. Caleb has shown, and I believe Caleb, because he showed me a lot of data on this, that if we have sex with all these women, but we tell all of them they can't have sex with other men, it won't last long term. They'll hang out with us for a while, and then they'll break up with us. We'll never see them again. Or they'll have a lot of conflict and drama and arguments, and it'll take a lot of our time. And yourself will go, yeah. So we need to let them, if they really want to hook up their guys. Nope. I like the rest of that stuff, yourself says. I like the fact we're dating multiple women and that's all awesome, but I just can't handle it because of societal programming, my upbringing, obviously biological wiring, my jealousy issues, whatever. I can't do that. I've had people in my audience say this. Caleb, I love everything you say. I love these relationship models. I love everything. I just can't do that one thing. I can't do it. Maybe you have a roadblock about that, right? Or here's another one. You say, I want my own business, my own location-dependent altitudinal business like Caleb talks about. And yourself goes, yeah, let's do that. Awesome. Okay, so what we need to do is, Caleb said we need to work on this for 15 hours a week minimum in addition to our day job. And yourself goes, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to work that hard. Hey, man, I want to live in the now, man. I want to enjoy my life. Fuck that. That's bullshit. Or here's another variation of that. I want, a location-dependent business. Yourself says, yes, I need to work 15 hours a week. Yes. Great. I want to make a lot of money, man. I want to make like $500,000 a year and drive a Lamborghini and have a cool house and have multiple places all over the world. I want a shitload of money. And then yourself goes, nah, no, rich people are assholes. You go, what? And yourself goes, yeah, rich people are assholes. Rich people are scammers. Now, I'm not going to be a scammer. I'm not an asshole. Rich people are dicks. Nope. And so you have this internal conflict. And how do you get around that? Well, I've been pretty successful, but not 100% successful. And I'll give you this in a nutshell. One is you try to work with yourself. Instead of saying, fuck you, we're doing this, because sometimes that works, usually it doesn't, but if it works, it only works temporarily. You say, and this is, by the way, this is a Tony Robbins NLP technique. You say, thank you for protecting me. You're trying to protect me. If yourself says, I don't want to do that, he's trying to protect you from something, most likely. So you say, hey man, thanks. You don't want to do that. Thank you for protecting me. You're awesome. I love you. Remember, you like yourself. Hopefully you love yourself. I love you. You're great. This is great. Thank you for protecting me. Can we have a little discussion about how we can dig into why you're worried and what you're trying to protect me from? And maybe we can get this result that I want, that we both want, and you can still feel protected. And it requires a lot of soul searching, digging into your brain, thinking on paper, writing this out. Why am I afraid? Why am I concerned? Why do I have resistance here? What am I dealing with, in my childhood, if anything? If you need to go see a therapist to help you figure this out, if it's a big enough issue, go see a fucking therapist. I know you guys hate that, but sometimes you got to do it. That's step one. Step two is you get help. Coaches, get a coach. Because a coach will help you get from zero to the results much faster, even if you're dealing with this war against yourself. Because a good coach, business coach, woman coach, fitness coach, whatever coach you need, a good coach will understand this psychological component. And they'll help you get over these humps. Maybe not guaranteed, but they'll help you. The odds are good, or at least much better if you have a coach, okay? Next thing is sometimes you will have to willpower it out, sometimes, briefly. There will be times you will just have to suck it up and willpower it out to get to the point where the new thing is a habit or you're less uncomfortable with the new thing. I've talked about how, this recording, I'm going through this right now. By the time you see this, I will be done this process. I'm going through a 3-week period where I am not eating any sugar or any bread, pasta, or high glycemic carbs or overly processed food. None. No cheat days, no exceptions, not even a single bite. As of this recording, I am 2 weeks into this process. I've been perfect for the last 2 weeks. I have one more week before I actually get this done. And I've had several conversations with myself where myself wanted to have, I can have a sandwich. It's not going to fucking kill me. So what, there's bread. Fuck you, Caleb. No, we can't do that. And it's been hard. Not horrible, but it's been difficult. So you may have to willpower this out and bully yourself and just tell yourself to shut the fuck up and put yourself in a timeout so you can get the result you want, at least temporarily. Now, again, you can't do that long term. That is only a temporary solution. A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 4. If you're really tough, if you're really strong, maybe. I don't know. But that's how you do it. But that's how this works, is that you need to manage yourself and deal with yourself. You're going to have to learn how to live with yourself because you're living with yourself more than any other person for the rest of your life. You have to like yourself. You have to believe that you deserve it. And you have to work with yourself when there's conflicts. And you have to learn how to do this. And long-term consistent happiness that I talk about here at Alpha 2.0 is not possible until and unless you get that done. I know it's hard. It might be the hardest thing you ever do, but you have to do it. You don't have a choice. Cool? Cool. All right. See you next podcast. Have fun. Bye.